Yeah, that's right. Welcome, Ryan, to the off season, the basketball capital of the world. We're back with 100% UConn Huskies women's basketball talk. Phil and Ryan, listen up. Thank you, Austin and Anita, for the countdown, as we very well deserve it. It's been a while since you all have had some news to go over and cover, and we're actually hyped up about this. You know, it's pretty important when they pull me out of a room earlier today, Ryan, and they say, Phil, we have some news. And I thought something was wrong, but nothing's wrong. Everything's going just as planned, right? Because listen to this, Ryan. Five-star guard Morgan Cheli commits to UConn women's basketball, and they land their second commit for the class of 2024. And if you remember, I think it was back in December, I think so, that they had Allie Ziebell, who
Yep.
committed, the number 5 player in the 2024 class. So already two more reasons to be hyped up about not only this season coming up, but next season. And that's, Ryan, that's how you get over a loss in March Madness.
Yeah, I mean, some exciting news about the future, and it's always good to see the future of UConn. I can't wait to watch the more recent recruits for this year's class in 2023 coming. KK Arnold, of course, Jana El Alfie, who was sitting on the bench, but whether she'll play or not, I don't know. But Cadence Samuels, Ashlyn Shade. So a bunch of recruits, very, very exciting coming in this year. And then, of course, Morgan Cheli, Allie Ziebell coming in 2024. So very, very exciting stuff. Shout out to Global for commenting on our most recent video, providing some information about Morgan and what other offers UConn has out there to the other unsigned recruits. So UConn has quite a lot of offers out to some of these women who are still in high school, but the Los Altos, California native chose UConn over about 40 other schools. Global said from about 60 other schools. So we're just going to say she chose UConn over a whole lot of schools. And one of those schools that she chose UConn over was South Carolina. So it was a lot of schools, and one of them was South Carolina. So that's pretty big there. Morgan is the number 18 player in the class of 2024, according to ESPN. Plays at Archbishop Mitty High School and is coached by the legendary Sue Phillips, who also coached Stanford's Haley Jones and WNBA All-Star Daniel Robinson. Now, like you mentioned, Morgan listed at 6'2", so she definitely fits the size of the more typical UConn guard like we're used to seeing, much like Katie Lou Samuelson, or a more recent example is Caroline Ducharme, described by other coaches as the leader of the team. The ultimate X factor Morgan Cheli is. She can facilitate for her teammates and put them in the best position to score and succeed when they're on the court. Last year, Morgan played on the U17 USA team and helped the team win the U17 World Cup. So obviously, like I said, some exciting news about the future that we can get excited about. Of course, I guess we'll have to do another video on Allie Ziebell. We kind of forgot about that when the season was going on. So we'll definitely have to have one on her, but very exciting. 2 5-star recruits for 2024. And like Geno's, he kind of hinted at after the season, like Grobel kind of said, there's going to be some more surprises coming. So what those are, who knows, but some very exciting stuff to look forward to.
Now I'm watching highlights. It's interesting, Ryan. I'm watching highlights right now. Morgan Cheli, and definitely a guard that likes to handle the ball by herself a lot. Now that's not a problem, you know, as long as she can drive in and score inside the paint. And she's very quick. She's very quick. Get up and transition very good. When you look at this, considering how Paige Bueckers only has, I guess, this year and maybe possibly if she returns for a 5th year, I believe. But again, it just in case if this would be Paige Bueckers' last year on the team, what kind of depth does this provide UConn? I believe this is a major move here. And, it's like Lou Lopez Seneschal 2.0 all over again. Another video of even though this is not a transfer out of the transfer portal, this is an actual recruit. But again, it's hard not to come on here and say, and why would you? Obviously, but it's hard not when it comes to the UConn Huskies. It's hard not to come on this podcast, Ryan, and say, well, there are some concerns, Ryan. I mean, she does do this not too well, and she does do this okay. Look, I mean, you can hit it spot on because this is a Class A organization program up there in Storrs, Connecticut. So again, there's not too much bad things to say when it comes to transfers or recruits, because it seems like they hit on all of them every offseason. So again, what kind of depth does this provide? Can you, obviously the big question I think everybody wants to know, is this a player that can come up and kind of like Paige Beckers? And now I'm not speaking about the injuries. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about making impact right away, or, it's so hard to tell, or does it take a couple of years? Because like I said, this could possibly be Becker's last season in Connecticut.
Yeah, and speaking of Paige, she will be a redshirt junior for this season. So that means that she has the option to return for the 2024-25 season. So whether she does that is still yet to be determined, obviously. But I mean, Morgan Cheli, Allie Ziebell, I mean, they're gonna have a lot of competition, a lot of teammates that are good, coming to UConn. I mean, KK Arnold, like all the players I mentioned at the beginning here. But I mean, Morgan Cheli, I was watching some highlights too. She looks like a really good shooter. Like I said, amazing facilitator. So like you said, almost like a Lou Lopez Seneschal. So that would be amazing if she could shoot the ball like Lou could. But yeah, I mean, the future looks pretty bright for UConn. I mean, Azzi Fudd, Caroline Ducharme, also only juniors this season. So 2 more years of them, hopefully as well. And there's still 1 scholarship left for this upcoming season, 2 left for the 24-25 season. So UConn has the possibility to get even more players, but certainly Morgan Cheli will be a terrific, depth to have on the bench, and just another option that Gino has to choose from. And I'm sure if she stays here all 4 years, that she will certainly find playing time and be able to make an impact on this team.
All right. And again, Ryan, for all of us, and make sure, guys, that you stay right here for all the latest news. UConn women's basketball, we love talking about it, discussing it with you guys, and we all know that you love it. Ryan, thanks for joining me on this Thursday evening, as again, we welcome Morgan Cheli. Morgan, we cannot wait to see you in a Husky uniform. Phil and Rye right here on Listen Up.